So you're thinking of moving to Salida, Colorado? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over some considerations about buying now, which is Q4 of 2024, versus waiting until sometime in 2025. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Please be sure to hit the bell for notifications and don't forget to subscribe so you're notified the next time a new informative video becomes available. My name is Monica McCarthy. I'm a realtor that specializes in Salida, Colorado and surrounding areas, and I get calls all the time from people just like you looking to move here. So whether you're thinking of moving here in a few weeks or a few months, please be sure to reach out to me. All of my contact information is below. Let's schedule a time to chat, and I'd be happy to help you make a smooth transition to the Salida, Colorado area. But first, let's talk about buying now. So like I said, I'm filming this at the beginning of Q4 of 2024, and that's the big hot topic right now is what should I do? Should I wait until 2025 and see if rates go down more and other considerations, or buy now? Is it actually a good time to buy? So first, I'm going to talk about Salida, Colorado as a whole, and I'm going to talk about some national considerations as well. So Salida, Colorado is part of Chaffee County, Colorado, and our market here, as of right now, we have kind of a level inventory. So between 4 and 6 months of inventory is considered a healthy market, and that's about where we have been hovering. We went a little bit above 6 months earlier this year, but now we are below 6 months inventory, which basically means we have a good amount of homes available for our market, but not an abundance of homes. And historically, in fall and winter months, there are not a whole lot of new homes that come on the market. So our inventory here, while some homes might come available, and they definitely will, we're not going to see that increase in inventory go up quite considerably until likely the spring of next year. So if you're looking at in terms of a selection for buyers, we don't have a ton, but there are some. Another good point of considering buying homes here in Chaffee County right now is that our days on the market are increasing. So they did go down, which tends to happen for our market in the summertime, and then they're starting to increase, which means our days that a home is sitting on the market before it goes under contract is starting to rise and will continue to rise likely throughout the winter months, which means buyers have a bit more time to look. So we're not in that frenzy of homes are selling within days here for the most part. And then another consideration that I think is quite important for buyers in our market is the percent of list price received. So that number is going down, which means homes are selling for less than their listed price, which means buyers have more negotiation power for many of the homes that are listed. We're seeing a lot of price reductions in our market and those homes that are selling below their originally listed price. So this is good for buyers as well because, like I said, you have that negotiation power. Sellers who have their homes on the market right now tend to be a bit more motivated, and specifically as we go more into the winter months, sellers who are putting their homes on the market in the winter, not always, but they tend to have more of a motivation and therefore more of a willingness to negotiate. So you can often get a home better, more comparable price for your needs than if you wait until spring. So if you're looking to buy in our specific market in Chaffee County, those are some really important variables to consider. Okay, so on a national level, mortgage rates. That's been the topic of conversation for many, many months, if not years now. Last year at this time, we were seeing rates rise, and that halted our market. And then over the course of this last year, they've started to decline, and even more so over the last few months. So on a national level, our mortgage rates, that obviously is a huge variable. When you're buying a house and getting a loan, you don't want to have a very, very high rate because that affects your overall monthly mortgage. So, what's that sweet spot of when's a good time to buy based on mortgage rates? Well, right now we're in the 5s. There's talk that they could potentially go down later in the year. We've been seeing them kind of go up and down, but generally on a decline. It's definitely compared to this time last year. So you're watching really closely on these rates. That is one variable to consider, but there's other things to consider as well, like what works for you. And I'll talk a little bit more about that here shortly. Okay, another big consideration of buying right now is our presidential election. We are in an election year, and according to the National Association of Realtors, historically, the year after a presidential election, house prices go up. This is true for the past 7 of the 8 presidential elections. So the exception is the market crash in 2008. So obviously prices did go down in 2009 after that election, but 7 of the last 8 presidential elections, home prices have gone up after the election. Since it's an election year, it's looking like next year, 2025, prices could continue to go up as well. So if you're looking to buy a home, that's a variable as well to consider. Home prices could potentially be going up next year. So if you're looking to buy a home right now, what does all of this mean? This is a lot of variables. I can't give you a crystal ball, but what I can give you are these raw numbers and these stats. So in our market in Salida, like I said, to recap, it's a good time to buy because you do have a lot more leverage and the inventory is decent, not great. But if you're watching the market and you find a home that works for you, it's a good time to buy for you. So what you can do as a buyer is the first thing would be to get pre-qualified and find out what you can afford. And that's at the current interest rate. If rates continue to go down, then you could potentially refinance your home in the future. So buy in a time that works best for you and finding a home that fits your needs. The next step would be to reach out to a local realtor and get more information about properties in the area that you're looking. So if you're looking in Salida, Colorado, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to talk to you about the homes in this specific area and help get you on a property search and start looking for properties that work for you. So if you find that good home that works for you and you can afford it and you can both get a loan and the monthly mortgage is something that works for your budget, then it's a good time to buy for you. There's no way to time the perfect market until after the fact. So all we can do is kind of look at projections and make our best educated judgments. So right now, since we know prices could potentially go up next year, mortgage rates could potentially go down next year, which would also lead for home prices to go up. Because if mortgage rates continue to go down, all of these buyers that have been waiting in the wings for the past year or more could potentially be flooding the market, which would drive prices up. So that's another consideration as well. These are all unknowns, but just the overall point is if you are looking to buy in the Salida, Colorado area and you have some homes that become available that work for you, then it's a good time to buy for you. There are nuances to all of that. So please reach out to me if you have any questions about this market. I have a lot of more resources on all of this. I also put out a monthly market update. So if you want to get the latest on what's specifically going on that month, you can send me a direct message or an email to sign up for my newsletter, on my monthly newsletter for that. And feel free to reach out to me to schedule time to chat so I can help you with your unique needs here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Monica McCarthy, a realtor that specializes in Salida, Colorado. Have a wonderful day.